All right, Monday morning. So we're going to start off with some crypto stuff, of course, with the beatdown that has happened recently. Not anything surprising. I'm not shocked at all that it happened. I warned 6 days ago to the exact date. Be prepared for $100 and quite possibly low $100 Ethereum. I'm looking at this right now, which I'm going to show you. We have an absolute bottom, it looks like, thus far, and this is at 8:23 p.m. Sunday night, the 16th of July, 2017. Looks like about 134-ish. And this is, in particular, the Coinbase side exchange. We look at, which one is this? Kraken. Looks like their low was about 136. Yep. They usually run very, very close, different exchanges and whatnot. So it's at 155 right now as I'm doing this video. It's again Bitcoin 1900. I think Bitcoin also hit a low 17. Look at this, 1777. Triple sevens, baby. Back up again now, 1900 bucks. That's, I mean, this is a $200 move in Bitcoin in the span of just a few hours. So, well, several hours, technically speaking. Are we shocked? No, I warned about this. So let's talk about why. Why do I think this happened? And I've already talked about this, but I get new subscribers. I got people emailing me, can you do a video on this? So, you know what? Sure. Because lately, as in the past 3 months, I'd say I've been getting a hellacious amount of new subscribers, which is a beautiful thing. I love it. I love it, of course. I'm a YouTuber. That's what you want, right? More subscribers, more people tuning in. You know, more people are interested in what you're talking about, the things I talk about, the subject matter. That's a great thing, right? So, of course, I pay attention to those stats. And I'm realizing now that I may have said something a week ago, and I may literally, in 1 week's time nowadays, have 2,000 new subscribers in 1 week, which is quite high for me. I've never had those kind of numbers before. All this crypto stuff, I think, is bringing me a lot of new people, which is fine because I enjoy talking about this and trying to teach people all about it. But that's why I'm going to say some of the stuff you may have already heard me say, those of you who've been around a while. But it needs to be said again, you know, keep the newer people up with what's happening. So why do we have, you know, Bitcoin going down, Ethereum going down, Dashcoin going down, Litecoin, you know, even the new tokens? We had this big Populous, and what the hell happened with Populous? It was going crazy, and now it's being, you know, sold for way less. And I'm looking at this thing going on with a YouTube channel named Silver the Antidote. He had an interview he did with Cliff High. Cliff High is talking about Populous. Everything's great. Then all of a sudden, this guy takes his video down. No one knows what he's doing. It looked very scary, suspicious. People start getting nervous, start selling off. Why did he do this? Now it turns out that he was asking for a significant, and this is allegedly, significant amount of money from the people at Populous in exchange for him basically promoting the video and using Cliff High, literally using Cliff High. And they said, no, I mean, we thought you were promoting our, you know, token. Then I'm talking about the Populous here, Populous token, because you agreed with what we were doing, and, you know, you were into it. You can't just all of a sudden ask for money now that, you know, we're not going to do that. Allegedly, that's when he took his videos down. Well, fine, I'll teach you a lesson. And again, I don't know 100%, but I've been privy to some stuff here behind the scenes that's what it looks like happened. And there was at least a couple of whales that were in Populous and were eventually holding and waiting because they, again, thought the same thing we all thought. It's going to go way up, and it had already. But this little shenanigan thing that happened scared a bunch of people out. One of the whales maybe got scared and flooded out, which is why we saw this epic downward movement, in Populous. I was able to, I had 5 Ethereum in that. I told you already. I had the approximate amount was 5,400 tokens. I sold 1,400. I had 3,900 left. I do right this second. I was able to get around 24 point something, almost 25 Ethereum out of it. I only had 5 into it. That's almost, you know, roughly a 5 times profit. And I'm trying to tell everybody, my friends, anyway, if you see a profit, a handsome profit, especially if it's a massive profit staring you in the face, but you still think and believe it's going to go much higher, take the profit. You can't. How many times have I said this? You can't be married to it. Take the profit. But I don't want to sell out all of my stuff either, because I believe in this stuff, all these cryptos and the tokens and stuff that we're getting into, the ones I talk about. Which is why I'm definitely going to hold some. I'm not going to sell all out. It's not going to happen. I still have Veritasium. I know I made an epic move on that one. I haven't sold out all of them. I still have some left. So if you know, most people who are into this right now that have jumped over to my channel, I'd say most of them are people who've never been traders. I never trade stocks or bonds. Like I used to let my 401k company just deal with it and, you know, get the few percentages of interest or whatever I happen to get, or get crushed like in 2008-9, get absolutely devastated and destroyed. And it was out of your hands. So new people coming into this see these kind of moves and are probably like, oh my God, what did I just get into? Oh my God, I got in at 300 and whatever. Ethereum, it's down to 200. Oh, should I sell? Should I sell and just take my losses now? Oh my God, it's down to 150. I just bought some more Ethereum. I just bought some more Litecoin on Saturday, being Sunday today as I'm doing this. I bought some more Ethereum. While knowing in my head, Joe, don't spend a lot of money, only do a little bit. Because you're moving very soon, and the underwriter is going to look at this in and out of your bank accounts happening, deposits and withdrawals, and they've already warned you, no big deposits. All right, keep the big deposit stuff out of there. We don't want to see that, as well as big withdrawals. But most importantly, the bigger deposits. So I don't want to be moving money around to play this game right now like I'm desperately, you know, drooling, licking my lips to get back into right now. $130-something Ethereum, which right now it's 155. It appears that the 133 is the low. I said this 6 days ago to try and prepare people. There's a very strong possibility this is going to happen. Before that happened, I was telling people, and this was probably, I'm guessing about 2 months ago now. I said, I'm getting out of this Bitcoin and I'm going to put them into Ethereum because I think Ethereum is about to pop a little bit, a good bit. It took about 10 days for the big movement to finally happen that I was waiting for. It did happen. I've cashed out of some, flipped some of that profit back into Bitcoin and spread them out and whatever. I did some videos on these. So this was not WebBot information, by the way. What I said the other day, 6 days ago, was not WebBot or CliffHigh, etc. information. This is my own studying of things, paying attention to which ICOs are coming out, how powerful I think they're going to be in respect of how much money is going to be dumped into them, which means how much Ethereum is going to have to be sold off in the market ultimately, and how many of the altcoins and Litecoin and whatever coins get sold off so that people can come up with the Ethereum, whatever. So let's talk about that. That's the main question I've been getting here this past weekend, Saturday, Sunday. Why is everything selling off? You know, and some people are saying, well, why is Ethereum getting hit so hard as compared to everything else? But everything else is selling off too. So can you talk about both? Sure. Why, yes, I can. I'll be happy to. Ethereum right now is the one go-to cryptocurrency. Now keep in mind, definitions, cryptocurrency, like Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum. I'm just going to keep it to those three main ones for now. Dashcoin even, you could probably add that. These are cryptocurrencies. They have their own blockchain. A token, when you hear about these ICOs, which stands for initial coin offering, these are tokens. A token is not exactly a cryptocurrency because it doesn't have its own blockchain, but a token rides or uses or rides on the cryptocurrency blockchain. In this case, specifically, Ethereum is the go-to one that everyone's using for all these companies that are coming out with these ICOs, these initial coin offerings, which are tokens. So theoretically, you could have a token that rides on the Bitcoin blockchain or the Dashcoin potentially blockchain or whatever. Everybody, for whatever reason, because the way Ethereum was developed in the beginning, is clearly the winner of what people want to use for that type of stuff. So whenever you hear, oh, new ICO, everybody and their mother who's doing these are asking for Ethereum. So let's follow that process first. You or I or whoever has been hearing about these ICOs and we want in. We want a piece of the action because we've heard the numbers of some of these things going absolutely crazy. Other ones that don't go crazy still turn a profit. You know, even if you have to wait a little bit, whatever, they still turn a profit. You know, I want in on it. So you have to go and figure out a way to possess some Ethereum in your account. So you're going to go to a place like Coinbase.com, which is an exchange, or you're going to go to Gemini.com, which is an exchange. And by the way, the one I actually prefer these days. So on Coinbase, you can buy Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. On Gemini, you can only buy Bitcoin and Ethereum. Not that it matters too much, right? Because you're interested in Ethereum. So let's say Ethereum is 150 bucks. Let's say make it even, and you want 10 of them. That's a $1,500 approximately, and you're going to pay a little transaction fee to the exchange, which is typical on every single exchange on the face of the earth. They're going to get a little tiny fraction, maybe $6 or something, of an exchange fee, something like that. And I think Geminis are actually a little cheaper than Coinbase, I think. Not that it really matters. You're not concerned about $6 when you're spending $1,500, trust me. So you now have 10 Ethereum, $1,500. You went to Gemini, whatever, you got them. They're in your wallet, in your account, technically speaking, but it's still a wallet on the exchange, your wallet that they create for you. It's automatic. So now you've got 10. You take those 10 and you send them over to myetherwallet.com because you went and created a new wallet there. I've been through that. Look up JSNIP4, wallet, my Ether wallet, or JSNIP4 wallet, something. You'll see some of my videos. I actually have a playlist. If you click on my name, my channel, JSNIP4, and then go to playlist, you're going to scroll down a good bit. And they mostly are just dates. Today's date, yesterday's date, the day before. There's not really any description. But if you scroll down, you'll see one that says, like, it's a playlist. There's like 6 or 8 videos in there. It's about cryptos and stuff. You click on that, and the first 3 videos are literally the only ones you need to see. Probably videos 2 and 3, but 1 through 3 would get you set straight if you're not sure about how to do all this stuff and that kind of thing. So I'm just going to tell you that now. Maybe I'll, if I can remember, I'll post a link to the playlist in this video right now on the description box so that you can have access to it if you're new and need to learn some of this stuff. So you've got your Ethereum, you've transferred them over to my Ether wallet because this big bad ICO is coming up and you want in on it. You're going to put 5. You got 10, you're going to put 5 though on this one because there's a second ICO coming up in like a month from now. You want to make sure you got 5 Ethereum for that one too. So you're going to put 5 over there. The ICO comes, you send it, you do the thing over my Ether wallet, you send out, you got in on it. Great, I'm in. You now have 5 Ethereum worth of X number of tokens for, we'll just call it the Bozo ICO. You are now in on Bozo ICO, and 1 Ethereum equals 1,000 Bozo tokens. You put 5 Ethereum in, so you've got 5,000 of these tokens. Great. You're just sitting on them now. The company that issued those tokens, the reason they did so is because their token does something. Oh, you can, it does some kind of cool technological thing that none of these other ones are doing. My nose is itching right now. Sorry. And, oh, that's going to be like a future kind of, this is great technology. I want in on this one. It does something great. None of these other token ICOs are doing it. That's an awesome idea. I want on that token. So they now have to have a place to do business out of, right? So they got to get potentially a lease somewhere. Man, ears itching, nose is itching. What the heck's going on here? Crikey. As they say in Australia, crikey. So they issue, say, 100 million tokens. Remember, 1,000 tokens is 1 Ethereum. Okay? So, just so I don't mess this up and butcher this, we're going to do, they've got 100 million. And I'll even pull this up for you if you want to watch, follow along. 100 million divided by 1,000 tokens each would be 100,000 Ethereum. So they want to bring in 100,000 Ethereum, right? 100,000, and we're going to round off today's price, $150. $150 Ethereum is $15 million that they would have brought in on that ICO if they sold out. And most of these companies actually sell out. They have been in the beginning. So early on, these ICOs have sold out, most of them. So in this case, in that example I gave, they just pulled in $15 million for this to get going. So now what they're going to do, they've got 100 100,000 Ethereum that just came in from you and me and this guy and that guy and their mother and their grandma and their grandpa. Everybody's in on it. We all got our, got in on the ICO. Everybody was happy. How do they get the $15 million? They now have 100,000 Ethereum, but not $15 million. That's just the value of the Ethereum. So they have to now go get a business. If they haven't incorporated yet, they're gonna have to get a business. They're gonna have to hire employees. They're gonna have a place to do so, bandwidth, internet, typical stuff a business would need, expenses, office equipment, you name it. They gotta have it all. Again, employees, coders to get this token moving forward with whatever they had planned for it, etc. So that's gonna cost some money. And this all depends on the ICO. Hang on, I gotta sneeze. I don't wanna blow your ears out. I get that from my Papa Elf. Papa Elf sent me. Papa Elf. No, my Papa sneezes will scare the hell out of you. Like he screamed right in your ear. Rawr! And I'm starting to get that now. Loud sneezes. Anyways, so the company now needs to go to, for example, Gemini or Coinbase or whatever exchange they use. Not all exchanges allow a person or a company, anybody, to take an Ethereum and sell it for money. A lot of exchanges out there only allow crypto for crypto exchanges. So I've got this, I've got 100,000 Ethereum, but this particular exchange it's on doesn't do USD type of transactions. So I need to get it off that exchange. And again, for this example, let's just say they went to Gemini or Coinbase. They now transferred their 100,000 Ethereum over there. Now, here's where things can get a little weird, a little scary, a little whatever, because you and I don't know who's running this particular part of the process, step-by-step process. Let's say this is process number 7 in a list of 20 things they need to do as a company. Process 7, unload some of the tokens, or excuse me, the Ethereum. Are these companies smart enough to say, Ethereum was recently at $300 when we got these 100,000 Ethereum came in. It's there right now. It's $300. I'd be a moron working for this company if I unloaded 100,000 Ethereum in either one large order or a bunch of smaller orders, because you're going to flood the market with a ton of sell orders. You're going to push the price down, which means you're shooting yourself in the foot, because there's not going to be enough buyers at that exact moment who want 100,000 Ethereum. So the price is going to go down, and you may ride it all the way down. So they may start at $300 and sell off 100,000 tokens, and by the time they're done selling them off, the price is now $200 for Ethereum instead of $300. So they just took a little bit of a bath in the process. So that $15 million, which I know I gave the example at $150. So to be fair, let's say Ethereum was $300 when they did this. That means they pulled in $30 million, not $15 million. Okay, so let's go with that example, or it's just going to get confusing. Ethereum's $300 when this happened. They now have 100,000 tokens. They have $30 million worth of Ethereum that they would like to get their hands on right now. A smart company, a highly intelligent person who works at one of these companies is going to say, hey, boss, hey, everybody on the board or whatever, whoever we are here in this building, whoever the top dogs are, listen, we should not even sell half of what we got in here. We got 100,000 Ether. We don't even need to sell 50,000, because if we do, we're going to cause a potential downfall in the market price, which is going to shoot ourselves in the foot. We may end up pushing the price down to $250 if I unload these. Maybe more, I don't know, because you don't know exactly where you're going to push it down. So what I'm going to suggest, boss A, boss B, and boss C, let's, throughout the day, today and tomorrow, I'm going to unload about 10,000 or 10% of our holdings of Ethereum. I'm going to sell off 10% so I can smoothly do it. I'm not going to put a bunch all at once. Do 100 here. A minute or 2 minutes later, market, how's it responding? Okay. Another 100 or 200 there. Okay. And kind of monitor this. It's your job to make sure your company gets the most out of it, right? What I'm suspecting is happening, some of these companies being run by complete amateurs, because they are. This is new space, right? And there's some young bucks out there doing some of these ICOs. They're probably flooding a bunch more Ethereum on the market than they should to get some capital raised. They have to get capital raised to do all these things and pay all these bills. But if you got 30 million coming in and you have, 8 or 10 employees and some office space and you need some equipment and all that stuff, you could get by with $1 million or $2 million for quite a while. on with all those people's salaries, right? You could get by a while. So don't go and freaking blow your load as an ICO or whoever's in charge and pulling $10 million. Slow down. You're crushing the market, right? So I suspect that that's part of what's happening. The other issue, and the main issue that I saw, and this actually relates to this too, is we had Dent coin come out, we had InsureX coin come out, we had Pillar come out, and there's some other one I wasn't even really cared about that came out. It was actually 4 different ICOs within a few days of each other. And they're all fighting essentially for your dollar, your Ethereum to come to them, right? Because everyone, and you and I are thinking, man, I'd like to get in all of these because that one might take off, that one might not, but who cares? You know, I got spread out a little bit, so I want to put some of my Ether in that one, I want to put some of my Ethereum in that one, whatever. That's not the problem. The problem is you got 3 or 4 ICO companies who pulled in millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of Ethereum that are now going to sell because they all realize, they may be realizing, hey, they're doing an ICO, we are too. Ours closes first before theirs does. We need to unload a good bit more than normal before they get in on the action, start selling off theirs. Okay, let's do it. And then they sell off, push the price down. Then the next guy, the next company, oh, it's going down. Let's get out now. Let's get out now and sell a bunch now. Okay, pushing the market down. Now you have 3 or 4 ICO companies all selling some level, some amount of their Ethereum. And I don't know if it's a lot, a little bit, a medium amount, who knows? But they're all doing this at relatively, you know, the same time. Because they all need the same cash to get busy working and pay people and get these things off the ground and going. So you have these people who now have you have a few hands, so to speak, with a whole lot of Ethereum when before it was spread out amongst all of us and we were holding it. And that's when the prices were higher. And now we've flooded out into the ICOs, and now the small few select people, so to speak, and all these different companies have a bunch of Ethereum. And they all need to sell a bunch of it to pull in some millions of dollars to get busy with their operations. So I warned early on, when you see a week or 2 weeks where 2 or 3 ICOs come out in that kind of period of time, I am going to fully expect sell-offs across the board, but more importantly, Ethereum. I've already said this for the reason I've just given. So you're probably asking, well, why would everything else sell off? Why not just Ethereum? Like, why aren't we seeing like a 20, 30, 50, whatever % drop in Ethereum? Like, why is, you know, Bitcoin was just $2,500, it's $1,900. And you could argue, yeah, but the SegWit update thing is coming, it's getting close. And that might scare a few people off of Bitcoin right now, and they might be selling off. Okay, you could say that. Then why is Dashcoin down? Why is Dogecoin why is Litecoin? Why is Ripple down? Why is Monero down? Why is Zcash down? Right? It's red across the board. Down, down, down. So let's go here. Same thing. You got 3 to 4 ICOs coming out. There's the calendar. You can go type in ICO calendar on Google, and you'll see the couple different websites that'll show you all the ones that are out now, that have closed already, ones that are coming up in the future, whatever. You can click on the site to go to their main site to read about it, whatever. So you can see, for example, you or I, hey, there's 2 or 3 coming out, and I want in 3 of them. There's 4 coming out. 3 of them I want in on. More so, let's say Pillar coin. I'm really happy with Pillar. I want it on Pillar bad. Okay. Second best would be, you know, Bozo coin. Matter of fact, let's just use the real ones. I want in on Pillar first. I want in on, you know, InsureX second, and I want in on Dent coin, which is the mobile phone thing, third. So I've got, you know, 20 Ethereum. So I want to put 10 on the first one on Pillar. I want to put 5 on Dent, and I want to put 5 on InsureX, both of those. You may have other cryptocurrencies like most people do. They don't just have one crypto. Oh, I only got Ethereum. Oh, I only got Litecoin. Oh, I only got Bitcoin. No. You may have a few, and most people do. There's quite a few people have more than just a few. Several across the board, just all kinds of them, right? But let's say you've got a few of these. You got some Litecoin, you got this one, you got that one, you got that one, you got 5 or 6 coins. But I want in on this particular ICO and the second one and the third one. But I don't have enough Ethereum and I don't have the cash right now to go out and buy some more. So I'm going to liquidate some of my holdings. Not all. I want to liquidate some of my holdings so that I can get 20 Ethereum worth and get ready to put it in these ICOs coming up next week. So I'm going to go out there now, you know, as we get closer. And you know, humans, we wait to the last minute. We wait to the last minute, baby. So it's ICO day or the day before. Now let me start unloading some of my this coin, that coin, this coin, that coin, so I can get 20 Ethereum. Guess what? I got news for you. You're not the only one who had that thought. There's thousands upon thousands upon thousands who also had that thought. And they also have the same thing going on as you. Don't have the cash right now. Got to unload some of my other cryptos so I can get some Ethereum back so I can play these 3 games coming up. Now you got a bunch of people selling some of these altcoins around the same time. So they're going down. And this is all so that we can all grab and get Ethereum, who we then give it to the company to get on the ICO, who then they go out and sell a ton of it all at once to pull in millions of dollars. Now, if they were smart, they wouldn't flood the market so much. And I don't know how much they are or whatever. I don't know any of these companies, how much they are. But you would think people would be reasonable. But when you see how some of these are run, like InsureX comes to mind with some complete amateurs over there, from what I can tell. Getting hacked. Okay, we're not hacked now. We'll make good on the people that got hacked with 1,100 Ethereum. The ICO's live. Go ahead and get in it. We're closing the ICO down early. We're trying to get hacked again. Denial of service tax. We're just going to go ahead and shut down early. What in the F are you guys doing at InsureX? These are a bunch of young bucks, as I like to say. So when you have a young buck who has no business handling transactions, and I'm not just saying this is InsureX, I have no idea what they're doing as far as selling off. They may be doing this the right way. I'm just using them as an example. But whatever ICO company, oh, I've got, $30 million in my hand right now, digitally speaking, and I want it now for my company, I'm going to unload. And that would be a piss poor decision, because you're going to flood the market with so many orders of Ethereum that the market's going to be pushed down. You're going to get screwed yourself because you're pushing the price down on yourself, because the price is high now. You're going to get a few at this price, and then a few at that price, and then a few down lower. It's going to keep going lower and lower and lower until you say, I better stop. So all I can say is I hope that these ICO companies, whoever's in charge of doing those transactions at each and every one of these companies, is not a flipping moron. But when I look at the action here recently and see how red everything is, I think we got at least a couple, 2 or 3 morons handling things. And I can't tell you which companies, I don't know. But this is the only thing that makes sense. The good news is, once they do whatever they're doing, okay, we've got enough money now, we can settle down with our Ethereum sales, sell off orders. We're all into these ICOs. We're all in several different ones. We are all now reaching a point in our minds, and I know this for a fact. I think I'm kind of okay with the ICO. The whole ICO mania is starting to slow down now. We just saw this massive sell-off. And, maybe we shouldn't be so quick and jumping on every ICO we see. That's already coming. I'm getting emails, of course. So I've already said this too. Be prepared for ICO mania to slow down a bit. When ICO mania slows down, all the cryptos, so to speak, generally speaking, will go back up. You're going to see $300 Ethereum again. You're going to see $350 Ethereum again. You're going to see $400 Ethereum again. You're going to see high 2,800, 2,700, whatever, 2,900 Bitcoin. It'll be coming too. I'm not saying be prepared in a week or 2 or even a month from now. I know in the near future, as in months, we're all going to be looking back like we have already done at least 3 or 4 times now and said, yeah, see, it's back. It's back up. At least it's back where I'm making a profit now. I'd like it to go higher, but I'm happy because it's, I was in at $300 and it's $350. I'm good. But it's going much higher, right? So that's why I think we see these big moves and it ends up affecting the whole market. When you have too many ICO companies that people are getting into, like a feeding frenzy, that's what's causing this, in my opinion. This is all my opinion. But I have made a couple of pretty precise calls on Ethereum without the Webbot's help, period. So I think at this point, I can say I think I've got it figured out, at least to some extent. Now that I've seen this, for the same exact reason, the same thing happened for the same reasons that I thought, did it again. Okay, I'm satisfied saying that now. So, like Cliff High, you're going to see people playing the Ethereum game. You're going to see people, when it crashes down low, and he said recently in his report, get ready for some crazy moves, and when the floor falls out, he didn't use that exact word, but roughly speaking, when the floor falls out a little bit, don't get worried. Load the boat, buy the dip. it'll go back up. Big crocodile teeth. Up, down, like Mr. Miyagi said. Up, Daniel-san. Down, Daniel-san. Up, Daniel-san. Down, Daniel-san. He says people are going to make great money just playing Ethereum up and down. And there'll be another ICO that finally comes out in another month or two. That's a big one. We want on that one. And someone's going to say, oh, I know how this is going to go. That's a big ICO. Matter of fact, I want in on it too. So I'm going to get my Ethereum ready now. Get in on the ICO. And I'm going to sell the rest. I'm going to put 20 in on that ICO. I'm going to sell the rest of my Ethereum right now. I know the price is going to go down when this thing comes out because so many people are going to flood into it. And the same reasons I just got done discussing are going to happen again. So I'll get in on the ICO with 20 Ethereum. I've already sold off today at the high. That'll happen to push the price of Ethereum down. With the profit I've set aside here, I'm going to go buy up the Ethereum again. And then I've already got the 20 in there again. So people could do that and do even better than just playing Ethereum. But it's up to yourself. And don't you love the haters? The second one of these coins goes down, these cryptos, the second even one of them goes down, they're all over YouTube. Oh, I told you this is tulip bubble, and I'm thinking, do you morons watch the stock market at all? When the Dow Jones is down 300 points, oh my god! No, where are they at? Where are they at, and whose channel? Are they on someone else's channel that's pumping the stock market, or what? Oh, I told you to get away from that. Drop 300 points. Oh, never mind, recovered. Back up again. Markets rally. I guess cryptocurrencies aren't allowed to do that for some reason. They've got they're supposed to be magical and are completely immune to downside movement. They only go up, which would be impossible because you can't have only buyers coming and pushing the price up and that's it. Markets have to go up and down. We've all been warned way early. I've talked about it. Cliff High's absolutely talked about it. If you can't stomach the moves, don't play the game, he said, because there are going to be some breathtaking moves, both up and down. That's what he said. And we have just witnessed it in an unbelievable way. So what remains to be seen at this point is 135 or whatever it was, Ethereum the bottom right now, or not. It's back up to 155, 156, 157 actually. Let's see how the rest of the week goes, right? Stay tuned. Don't be discouraged. It doesn't matter. It's all going to go back up because it has every freaking time. Remember, what was Ethereum in January? $17 to $20. Are you upset if you got a bunch then and Ethereum hit $133 today? Of course not. But you are upset if you saw it go to 400 and you said to yourself, damn it, I didn't sell. Damn it, I should have sold. But you were expecting to go higher and higher and higher. Let's be clear. They will be going higher. This is the nature of these things. But no one can sit here and call a top and a bottom over and over and over and over again. Not going to happen. So you don't know when the top is. I don't know when the top is. I don't know when the bottom is, and you don't either. But we can certainly see when one's starting to form and get close. And as I said, I got in Litecoin at $37. It's now 41. That's about as close to the bottom as you could get. And I'm not saying that I knew it or I knew specifically I'm going to get in at 30. I got lucky. And then again, maybe the rest of the week goes by and they get hit hard again. Who knows? Don't sweat it. So I hope I've covered this to a level that you now understand how all this happens, why it happens, and that we shouldn't care. Like the stock market, you put money in, and all of a sudden, oh, it's down 2% today. Oh, I'm pulling all my money out. Oh my God. No, moron. Leave it there. It's going back up. Just wait it out. It's that simple. And this whole crap with Populous and this guy, Silver the Antidote, I don't know what the hell happened there. I was this close to going out and basically doing a video about this guy of that. If what I just read and heard of him demanding this massive payday for using Cliff High in his interview, which gets none of the money anyways, don't tell me that happened like that, because I want to crush somebody. But it sure looks like that's happening. But again, this is not circumstantial, but this is, I'm going to say, is hearsay at this point, so I can't go there. But if it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, and quacks like a duck, is there a high probability it's a duck. So, once again, notice how I've never come out here and said, oh, I was asking this guy to pay me, he wants me to promote his coin, and I demanded. demanded that they paid me or I'll take my videos down. I hope that that didn't really happen like they're saying that, and what looks like it did happen with this guy, Silver the Antidote. If it even kind of happened like that, that is so not cool. I can't even begin to tell you. Because if anybody ever approaches me, and I kind of have had a couple approach me about, you know, can you like totally 100% back our token and this and that. If I ever make any kind of deal with somebody, I'm going to announce it. And the deal back to them is going to be, oh, first of all, do I like this token or whatever the hell this is? Absolutely. I'll talk to you. If no, leave me alone. Don't contact me. I'm not going to take any money from you. I don't want to be your spokesperson. I don't want to be anything. I don't like what the idea is, so I'm not going to go with it. Don't work that way. But if I do like it, and I have an opportunity to work with a company like that, the disclaimer will be to you guys. I'll tell you about it. Number two, to them, I will be talking about any and every token I choose to talk about. You will never, ever, ever be allowed to tell me that I can't do so, regardless of how, you know, much I'm supposed to promote yours or whatever, you know, agreement we may have. Which, to be honest with you, it'd be a great deal in the future if I can announce something like that. Hey, I've jumped on board with you know, Bozo token. This thing's phenomenal. I've been, you know, been in it. I got in it myself early on, and I've been talking about it, and now I get to actually help them promote this thing, and it's a great, you know, it's a beautiful thing, and I'm gonna tell you all about. I'll tell you. I'll be upfront with you. But I can't believe I heard that someone demanded a huge sum of money for this kind of stuff and didn't get it, and then decided I'm taking the videos down. If that's how it played out, that is so not cool. It kind of pisses me off a little bit. I don't do that. That is not cool. Take care.